Okay, felt like overall we had a solid practice. We did a lot of 11 on 11 against each other. We rotated 3 groups, just trying to give everybody a chance to show what they can do. And we're installing, our base offense and defense, and just to see how different guys react, different positions in some cases, and with different groups.
Questions? How important is spring for a kid trying to get play in time? Is it critical? Is it kinda? Is it?
Well, the thing about spring is, everybody gets a chance, and it's a lot of these young guys that just showed up. In the fall, things happen so quick, but in spring things slow down. That's why we rotated 3 groups today, just to give everybody a fair chance to show what they can do.
For the newer guys who've come into the program, like the 12, at what point in the spring do you want to see them move from the second team to the first team as far as reps at this point?
Well, each guy is a little bit different that came in. There will be a few of them that will rotate, with the first group and with the second group. But the great thing about it is everybody's getting reps. Everybody's learning the offense and defense and special teams really at the same pace.
When you're rotating them among the first and second team, what are you trying to get out of them? What are you trying to see, them step up or what?
Yeah, I think sometimes, especially young guys, when they get thrown in with, the first group, some of them react differently than others. And so it's good for us as coaches to see how they react with all groups, really not just the first group, but other groups too, to show what they can do.
Gus Malzahn and working at 10. That's a really big defensive line. What's kind of the thinking on that?
Well, Coach Garner's, he's trying some different things out, mixing and matching. The thing about those two, they're very athletic, even though they're big.
Let's talk about Xavier Dampier. Talk about his adjustment. What have you seen out of him this season?
Yeah, we ask a lot of our center just like we do our quarterback, and so he's getting reps. The snaps have been good, which that's really where it starts. And I thought his communication's been good. The first few days seems like a really football savvy guy, and I think he likes to compete, so he'll have a chance.
Brett talked the other day about wanting to see running backs create their own yards. Is that kind of what you're looking for too?
Oh, there's no doubt. Last year that was a big part of our success. And when we have our scrimmages, that's when the running backs really have a chance to show what they can do and break tackles and yards after contact. And that'll be a big factor in who's on the field on Saturday.
When is your first scrimmage?
It'll be Saturday.
What's Elijah Daniels' situation? So
yeah, we held him out today, but it's nothing serious. He'll be back up there this week.
Is Greg King a guy that could be in the mix for Chief Lane time?
He's got a chance. He can run. He's in the mix with returning punts and some things like that.
Tony Stevens was working with the third group of receivers. Anything going on there as to why he's that far down?
No, matter of fact, he's rotated some with orange. In the practice, Coach Greg's moved him with orange, blue, white, and like I said, I think the big thing, especially on a day like today, is we want to give everybody reps. No matter what group they were in, we want to give them reps, and just so they can make sure and have the foundation of the offense and defense. Because once we move forward, we'll install a little bit more, and things will start moving a little faster. We just want to make sure everybody has a foundation.
talk a lot about Nick, but just what do you specifically wanted to see from Jeremy that you really want to see improve on from last season?
Yeah, I think Jeremy just similar to Nick. Just get more comfortable with the offense, with the ins and outs. Get better at the read zone. Jeremy's got an outstanding arm, but I know Coach Lashley's focusing on the read zone with him, which he can definitely do.
Is the Reese's hand anything to be worried about?
Nothing serious.
You want momentum, obviously, from the national championship, but you don't want hangover. How do you address that? How do you address that team? What's good about having played that game that you're noticing in this?
I just think that we've got to come out and we've got to approach it the same way. We got to get better. We got to keep our edge. Like I said earlier, we're going to be very physical in the spring, and nobody's patting themselves on the back around here. really feel like our guys are hungry, and so, so far in the spring, they've approached practice like they should. And so I've been proud of them in that area.
What have you seen out of the young defensive backs, guys like T.J. Davis, Cameron Belton, Ricard
Yeah,
Hardy, some of those guys?
that whole group that you just said, they're getting quality reps, and they're getting a chance to show what they can do. They just seem more confident to me. They'll need that confidence, moving forward.
You spent several periods on special teams, like you do every practice, but what do you see, you got a lot of positions up for grabs on that side of the ball?
Yeah, we do have a lot of positions up for grabs, and, punt returners one of them. And we've got a pretty long list of guys that want to have the opportunity to do that. And so this spring will be good to see, who comes out, in that area.
You know, please concerned at all with the kickers right now, or punters, what you see?
They're going to be new. I mean, that's my biggest concern. But we're trying to put them through as many game-like situations as we can with the pressure on and all that during the spring. But both of them are really, I should say, all of them that is competing for the job, are talented. It's just a matter of, getting experience.
Guess last Saturday you moved, the practice indoors. Is that something where you'll change up a day to get another day back in the stadium, or you say, well, that's a lost day and we'll just go with what we've got for the practice schedule?
No, usually when we stay here at the complex, we're half on the grass, half inside, and there's different reasons to be at both spots. On Saturdays from here out, we'll be at the stadium.
With Captain Corey having such unique skill sets, do you want to see them, either one of them, become more well-rounded and all-around style backs, or do you like them having unique skill set?
Well, I think that, as a coach, you're always trying to make your guys more balanced about being able to be a complete back. But at the same time, once we evaluate our guys, we give them specific roles. But, it definitely helps them to have all the skills it takes to be an every down back.
What kind of progress are you guys making on improving your tempo and pace?
I think, so far we've been faster, which we should. I mean, our quarterback's more comfortable. We got the majority of our guys back on offense, and they've been faster. And I've been pleased with our defense, about playing fast and lining up. And, that's a big part of who we are. And that's one of our goals to leave spring, being able to play faster, but not just playing faster, but being able to execute at a fast pace. That's when you get the advantage.
But H-back, fullback, particularly the fullback kind of situation, what are you looking at?
Yeah, we've got, CJ, Brandon Fulls, we've got, a couple of the other guys. Gage Batten is a guy that's getting some reps, and then Ricky Parks. So it's kind of by committee right now, trying to give all four guys opportunity to show what they can do.
Is there any, with all the rotating and mixing and matching, is there any thought to kind of cross-training players so you can take advantage of versatility?
You talking about on the same side of the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially the guys that you know a lot about. Hey, can they play another position also to help you for depth moving forward? And there is some of that. There's some of that in all areas. But the more spring goes on, the more specialized we'll get, start locking in, especially with the orange group. More information we get. We're still in that early stages. We want to give everybody a chance. We want to see who's improved and who can help us, on Saturdays next year.
How are those returning receivers kind of handling the competition with the, influx of a couple of the guys there, especially at Duke out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're handling it real well. And, our goal is to have two deep at each position. We play fast. There was times last year we'd like to rest some of our guys, but we couldn't because of depth issues. So I think they're handling it very well.
Gus, in the first press conference back from California, you mentioned that, you're working through things with Justin Delaney's status. And obviously he's not listed on the official roster anymore. So when did it become clear?
Yeah, he's no longer with our team.
When did that, was that last month that you made that?
Yeah, it's probably even before that.